The following is designed to entertain and inform, not provide medical advice. Always consult your doctor before starting any treatment.
Spire.
Welcome back to the Kidney Stone Diet Podcast, this show about reducing your kidney stone risk and living your best life. I'm your host and fellow student, Jeff Saris.
Oh, are we taping? And I'm Jill Harris, your kidney stone prevention nurse.
So this week, I know last week we didn't do a listener voicemail, but we were going to do more of an FAQ sort of approach this week because we're going to talk about sugar. And sugar is such a just sort of hot topic across wellness and nutrition in general that it's important that we touch on a few things here regarding sugar, kidney stones, and overall well-being.
Sugar, oh my gosh, it's such a, everybody vilifies sugar, right? And everybody knows we should not be eating like teenagers eating Baby Ruth bars all day long. We overconsume sugar. We overconsume it. So I'm not a fan of keto because I don't think we should ever take away a whole food group. I just don't believe in that. Okay. If you like keto, God bless, and you can still prevent kidney stones with the keto diet. I get a lot of people they come to me because they got kidney stones from keto, but I always push back. Keto didn't give you stones the way you did keto did though. So I have plenty of stone formers that have had consults with me, and they're on keto. As long as you fit into the kidney stone diet goals found at kidneystonediet.com. I don't care what lifestyle you eat, whatever you want. But sugar, the one thing I do love about keto is it really did start making people turn it around, Buster Brown, and look at sugar on labels. And enough people did that food manufacturers really lowered the sugar in products. Of course, they put more salt in there and sugar alternatives, but whatever. People are eating less sugar. Okay, now, so for kidney stone prevention, we want less added sugar, okay? Added sugar. Think of molasses. So when you're looking at a food label, you're going to turn it around and you're going to look at the label. If you're in the States, it will say sugar. And then below that, it's going to parse out added sugar. So from that total amount of sugar, this much is added. So if you have 10 grams of sugar and then it's parsed out, it says 4 grams of added sugar. It means 4 grams of added sugar are in the total sugar. That's how you read on the label. I don't know about Europe. In other countries, it could be different. They may not even have it parsed out. In the kidney stone diet, we talk about added sugar because it can also increase urine calcium. So we do not want you eating a lot of added sugar. Think junk food. That's added sugar. And we'll talk specifically about what equals added sugar, what words to look for. 25 grams of added sugar. And the American Heart Association gives you the same, USDA gives you the same goals as the kidney stone diet. 25 grams of added sugar for women and 37.5, I just round up to 38 grams of added sugar for men. Added sugar. If you turn a label, if you look at your nutrition label, like I said, it will be parsed out. But if it isn't parsed out for you, look at your ingredient list. Does it say things like molasses, coconut sugar, invert sugar, turbinado sugar, raw sugar, agave nectar, evaporated cane juice, crystalline fructose, maltose, anything ending in ose? Bobby Flay, I think that's his name. I don't know. He's always talking about, oh, I love coconut sugar. Sugar is sugar. Don't matter what kind. Coconut. Doesn't matter. Sugar is sugar. That's added sugar, Bobby. He'll always say, Bobby approved coconut sugar or whatever he says. It's sugar. It's sugar. It's added sugar. So you're going to know if something's added by looking at the ingredient list. Here's another. Corn sweetener, corn syrup, fruit juice concentrates. These are all added sugars to your food. High fructose corn syrup, malt sugar, okay, syrup of any kind, dextrose, fructose, glucose, lactose. Remember all the O's. Maltose, sucrose, brown sugar. Don't matter if it's brown, white, purple, or polka dot, people, it's sugar. Honey. Jill, honey's natural. Now when they put it in something, it then becomes an added sugar. It's sugar. I don't care if it comes from a bee's ass. It's sugar. Or wherever it comes from. I don't know where it comes from. A bee's something. I don't know. I live in a city. I don't know birds and bees, and I don't know any of that stuff. All I know is honey is added sugar. Added sugar. Okay? So, added sugar can also lower urine volume. We all know that with salt. It'll make you pee less when you eat more salt, right? People are like, oh my God, I'm so bloated. My dungarees don't fit because they eat more salt. Same thing happens with sugar. You can, sometimes if you eat more sugar, I know for me, because I barely eat any sugar. So when I do, I feel really thirsty. I don't know if anybody else feels that. First, you got to get a perspective of eating less sugar, and then you'll know. But it can pull urine calcium out of your bone and put it into the urine, and that can increase your stone risk. And my mentor, Fred Coe, C-O-E, at kidneystone.uchicago.edu, I have an article on there, and he has a few articles on sugar. I think one of his articles, and you should link it, Jeff, if you get a chance, Sugar, Our Love Affair, End of a Love Affair. That's a great article, and he talks about the science behind it. And then I have an article on that website, too, called something with sugar and the Cookie Monster. Whatever. You don't have to link mine. Just link his, because it's a great article. Sugar, The End of a Love Affair, Fred Coe, C-O-E. And so first of all, we don't want you eating too much sugar. Forget about kidney stones. We don't want it for obesity. We don't want it for diabetes. The American Heart Association doesn't want it for heart disease. These are very serious diseases, as you all well know. So we want to lower added sugar. That doesn't mean that you can't have ice cream. People say, oh my God, I can never have this. Yes, you can. It just means you can't have it all the time. So if you want, here, let me show you. I'm going to get up and show you. So you think, people are like, oh, she must be a nun the way she eats. Let me show you. Added sugar. I went in my fridge and I got a carton. Here's my creamer. It's called oatmeal cookie from Silk, dairy-free oat creamer. Okay? I start my day with 4 grams of added sugar every day. Why? Because I love it. I love it. It makes me happy. It brings me joy. I like my coffee with a little bit of sweetness. I don't eat added sugar anywhere else in my day. This I ain't giving up. So pay attention to me, kidney stone formers. This doesn't mean if this makes you happy, you'll see on the Facebook page, oh my God, it has added sugar. 4 grams. I get 25. I ain't nowhere near 25 grams. Use your sugar allotment where it brings you the most joy. I do eat like a nun. So if somebody came and said to me, you're going to have to give this up, I'll be like, well, too bad, so sad. That ain't happening. Because I would feel deprived. That morning coffee with this creamer, there's 4 Hoosies in there. 4 cartons. Because it was on sale. I stocked up. I got 2 vanilla and 2 oatmeal ones. It makes me happy. If I'm happy, I can be real compliant the rest of the day. So what I'm suggesting for you guys, yes, added sugar, we want to curtail it for all kinds of medical conditions. I want people to eat responsibly. My coffee tastes like candy, but that's it for my diet, so 4 grams. But again, if I wanted to go have ice cream, I'd have some ice cream. I'd get right back on track. That's how we do it. You all have allotments, and sometimes you're going to go over 30 grams, 40 grams, 50 grams of sugar. Some days you're going to do that. Nobody cares. It's when you do that, get mad at yourself and say, screw it, I'm just going to keep eating like that. Please don't do that. Don't abuse your body that way. Just get right back on track. So people will say, well, we can't have too much added sugar. What about regular sugar? What about naturally occurring sugar? Like maybe you're going to go to the grocery store, you're going to turn it around, you're going to look at some cranberry juice or apple juice or prune juice or all those juices, and you're going to say, ooh, zero added sugar. But, there's a but. I'm certainly not going to be I'm not going to be drinking cranberry juice every day or prune juice every day or apple juice every day when each 8-ounce glass has over 30 grams of natural sugar. It's still going to be a lot of sugar. It's not added, but that doesn't mean you now can have 15 glasses of juice. It might as well be soda. Okay? So let's just say diabetics are not going to drink apple juice all day. So that's not healthy either. A piece of fruit, because it's going to have fiber and stuff, of course, healthy. But just straight sugar from normal juice, just regular juice, even if it's not added, of course you can have some, but don't think it's a free thing. Don't think that that's not going to add a shitload of calories, and it's also not going to be healthy for diabetics. It will increase your insulin, of course, your blood sugar. So you don't want to be doing that either. Can you have 4 ounces of an apple juice? Of course you can. I'm just saying, just because something doesn't have added sugar, it's all natural sugar, doesn't mean you can have as much as you want of it. It's not a free food. I hope that makes sense. Do you think that makes sense, Jeff?
Yeah, it absolutely does. Yeah, because we're back. Like, just one of the key things is the portion, not perfection idea as well. And like the quantity, it's almost like the quantity of the poison. How does that go?
The dose makes the poison.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Finn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just saw little Finn walk through the frame. I don't know if it'll be on the final, but he's like, all right, it's time.
He's bored. He's like, Jesus, I can't even have apple juice now. What the hell? How did I get stuck with this one?
Yeah, but that is important to note as well, because also, like, if we're having an apple versus drinking apple juice, it's very different. Like, apple juice is concentrated sugar. You're consuming many more apples, the equivalent of many more apples without the fiber, without all the other things that go together with that enclosed food that nature created.
Well, and listen to this. It's real easy to chug down 4 glasses of apple juice and get like 500, 600, 700 calories. Nobody's eating 22 apples. And it still wouldn't be all those calories, okay? So I'm just saying, right? It makes a big difference. Juice to me personally, and because I have my bowel issues, I can't tolerate all that sugar at once, added or regular. It to me is the equivalent to soda. Juice is not healthy, folks. We all know that. But of course, if you're like, I need some hot apple cider because it's fall right now while we're recording this. Oh my God, have some. Enjoy it, of course. But don't think it's a free food and you can have that. Don't think it's like, it's still affecting blood sugar. It's still affecting calories, obesity. So again, these things should be in normal portion sizes too, despite the fact, and also limited, despite the fact that it's not added sugar. So I think that differentiation is really important, because I'll have patients that say, "What, Jill? I'm doing the kidney stone diet. Look at my added sugars like a baby doll, but I'm gaining all this weight." He's drinking 6 glasses of juice. Nobody has room for an extra 6, 7, 800 calories in their diet, and that's a crap load of sugar. Whether it's natural or added, it's still a lot of sugar, right? So we've got to just pay attention to that. You want to limit your naturally occurring sugar too. So meaning just don't drink all this juice and think it's fine just because it's not added. That's the message here.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that, I think we will wrap for this week. The phone number, once again, if you have a question that you'd like to have featured on a future episode, is 773-789-8763, or you can email a voice memo. Just record a voice memo on your phone. you can email that to podcast@kidneystonediet.com. And of course, kidneystonediet.com is where you can find everything, the meal plans, the ebooks, there's snack ebooks, there's everything that you would need to actually follow the kidney stone diet and realize that you have so many more options than you might otherwise assume when it comes to just the thought of what a diet in quotes means. So definitely, if you haven't been there yet, go to kidneystonediet.com and you can sign up for the weekly email newsletter as well.
Yes.
Jill will keep you on track every week with a little nugget or story or whatever it is that
free recipes. I give out a lot of free recipes in that newsletter. I just did it. And also for people who need to gain weight, we just added a new recipe on the website. It's free. And they're kidney stone diet replacement bars. You're going to really like them because I have been ill lately. I've needed a higher calorie bar. So if you're and also, even though I don't like using bars as a meal replacement, sometimes we just have to. So this is a nice higher calorie bar, high protein. It's a great bar. That's free at kidneystonediet.com, the recipe section. Go there. It's a wonderful one.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, thank you again, everyone, for tuning in, for liking, subscribing, and just for being you. So thanks again.
Thanks for being here. Yes, thanks.
And we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.